You are a sissy. I don't know who you are personally, what your skill sets are, but I don't need to. Find out why on today's episode of Zombie Survival Labs. Welcome to Zombie Survival Labs, a show here on YouTube where you can learn a thing or two about surviving the zombie apocalypse. My name is Tyler, but today's video is going to be a little interesting and a little controversial. People are either going to agree with me or they're going to hate me after this. Well, probably not hate, just complain a lot in the comments. So what's the episode about? How I know that you are a sissy. Not you like you watching this, but how I'll know if someone is weak just by looking at them. It's an important distinction to make and could possibly save your life, and could help you avoid a lot of situations you might face in something such as a zombie apocalypse. I'll go into more details in a second, but first, this video is made possible and sponsored by LupineAccessories.com. Are you a guy that wants to put that bling on your finger, maybe around your neck, but don't because jewelry is too expensive and too feminine? Well, look no further because Lupine has your back. Lupine Accessories is an online store based in Singapore that sells necklaces, bracelets, shirts, rings, sunglasses, and even temporary tattoos. After realizing there was a big gap in the market when it came to men's accessories, Lupine was like, nah, we gotta do something about that. Then BAM! Lupine Accessories was born. Look at this Killer Instinct bullet necklace.
Manly.
Look at these shades.
Manly.
Look at this Ring of Saturn spinner ring. Beautiful, but in a manly way. I also like the USA ring. Not only is it manly, but also has that American pride to it and that, foreshadowing. Not only are all their products pretty awesome and cheap, but best of all, not only is shipping free, but they also have a 100% satisfaction guarantee or your money back. Like how it should be. So go to LupineAccessories.com and get your awesome manly jewelry today. Lupine Accessories. Jewelry with the manly touch. Now let's get back to the zombie survival tips, shall we? So how can we figure out if someone is a sissy or a threat just by looking at them? It's all about their choice in clothing or appearance in general. No, this isn't a joke, I'm 100% serious. We as people are constantly judging others by their looks as we go about their day, whether it's consciously or subconsciously. And it's not just for survival purposes, but also for day-to-day purposes. Who we sit next to on the city bus, who we decide to ask for directions, who we decide to hire at a job interview, or who we decide to talk to at the bar. Now I know that there is some social justice warrior out there that say that this is sexist or just wrong in general, but the truth is, it's not. It's a survival mechanism that we acquired over time as we evolved. Some animals sing songs to attract a mate, some have evolved to have bright colors to warn predators away, and some evolved to be camouflaged to stay hidden. But we as people have evolved to judge, to use our cognitive abilities to decide who to associate with and who to avoid. And it's a fundamental tool in The Walking Dead. I know that I refer to The Walking Dead in the show a lot, but I do it for a good reason. The creators paid a lot of attention to the psychological details that go into surviving a zombie apocalypse, while also paying a lot of detail to the social conflicts between people, all the way down to clothing. For example, what do you notice between the group in Season 1 and Season 5? Besides the obvious who's alive and who's dead. The characters from Season 1 look a lot weaker than the characters from Season 5, and a lot less intimidating. And we can see that by just looking at their clothes and their body language. Let's take Rick for an example. In Season 1, he still wore his police uniform. He looks like someone that lives by a moral code. Like someone that wants to avoid any physical confrontations as much as possible. That always wants to do the right thing. And just like the uniform suggests, that's who he was. Then fast forward to Season 5 and things look drastically different. He looks like someone who doesn't see right or wrong as black and white anymore. Like someone you wouldn't want to cross or piss off. Like someone that would kill you if you gave him any reason at all. Which is exactly who he became, and the look says it all. And we see this in society all the time. Like before someone goes into prison and when they get out of prison. They look like two completely different people because now they are two completely different people. Some go in a little bad and come out a lot worse. But how can we use this information to go from looking like a sissy to looking like a badass? Let's use a little formula that I like to call ZMZreloaded's intimidation factor for surviving the zombie apocalypse. Jesus Christ, that's a mouthful. Basically, there's two factors in intimidation: presentation and demonstration. Presentation is basically your looks. Do I look intimidating is a question you need to ask yourself. Then there is demonstration. Am I demonstrating myself in a way that would make someone second guess crossing me? If the answer to both of these questions are yes, well then you're on the right track. But let's break them down so you know the do's and the don'ts to being intimidating. First, we're going to start with presentation, and the first thing we need to look at inside presentation is color. It sounds stupid, but color says a lot about a person. Colors evoke subliminal emotions in us when we see them. For instance, blue is a relaxing color. Purple is royalty and luxury. Pink is youthful and feminine. Orange is friendly and ambitious. And yellow is happy and innocence. These are colors you want to avoid because they're not really intimidating, and that's what you're trying to do, is intimidate your opponent before you ever get into a confrontation. Instead, go for darker colors like black or gray, or earthy colors like green and brown. Not only is it good for the sake of camouflage, but they are also considered serious and neutral colors. Next is clothing. Your clothes obviously say a lot about you as a person. A t-shirt and short makes you look laid back and simple. A suit and tie makes you look professional and serious. And a fedora and trench coat make you look socially awkward and like an idiot. So in a zombie apocalypse, you want to make sure that your clothes make it look like you know what you're doing. Get some combat boots, cargo or combat pants, a simple t-shirt, camo, or combat shirt, not one that says titties make me smile. I mean, it might be true, but that doesn't exactly intimidate anyone. Maybe a leather jacket, combat vest, combat jacket, and some fingerless gloves or combat gloves. Maybe even some aviator glasses or something of that sort. This doesn't guarantee that you'll look intimidating, but you'll be on the right course. Oh, like what you're wearing? Well, sorry, but you look like a sissy. That guy sure is a savage. And lastly, for presentation, your gear. If what you're wearing isn't doing the job of intimidating anyone, that's where your gear comes in handy. Your gear is not only for your protection, but to also signal your level of threat to someone else. Your gun, machete, axe, knife, these are things that are going to be a threat to someone else. So if you have them on you, you look more like a threat. Even if your gun is out of ammo, it's still handy to have because it looks like you can still use it. If I was to point a gun at you, would you be able to tell if it was loaded or not? Not really, so it makes you second guess your next action. But if that doesn't work and you are still confronted, this is where demonstration comes in handy. First is poise. Out of all the things you can be when confronted, whether it's act overly aggressive or crazy, poise is the best option to looking like a threat. Poise is to appear calm, graceful, and/or balanced. A great example of this is when Rick was proposing the trade deal to the cops in season 5. He kept his cool, appeared to be in charge, and looked the part, which shook the confidence of the cops, giving Rick an advantage. And now that we mentioned confidence, number 2 is you need to be confident. Confidence is key to being intimidating. Any sign of doubt, worry, or fear will give them a stronger sense of confidence that you aren't a threat. But you can't just pretend to have confidence, you actually have to be confident. After you got those things down, next is your threat. When you combine poise and confidence together into a threat, that's when you really start to appear intimidating. For instance, when Rick and his group were captured by the Terminus group, Rick had no way to escape and was for sure going to die. His last option was to threaten Gareth. His threat had confidence and poise.
And a machete with a red handle. That's what I'm gonna use to kill you.
Which made Rick's threat believable. I mean, everyone believed it. You believed it. I believed it. And it's because he had poise and confidence when he said it. So if you combine all three things from presentation and demonstration together, you now went from being a sissy to being intimidating. And flip the script so you are judging the person, and now you know who to avoid. But in some situations, you can do all of those things but still not be intimidating. Let me know what you guys think those things are in the comments down below. And also, don't forget to go to lupineaccessories.com and check out their awesome manly jewelry. My name is Tyler, and now you are one step closer to surviving the zombie apocalypse. See you later. Thank you guys so much for watching today's episode of Zombie Survival Labs. If you would like to click on one of these 3 videos off to the side to watch more Zombie Survival Guide videos, that would be awesome. Even more awesome, if you click that subscribe button, you can be updated when I post new videos. And hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Also, leave a comment down there. Give me your thoughts, suggestions. Maybe you think I'm wrong, so you can rage out down there or like whatever you guys do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. New videos coming out shortly, and The Walking Dead Season 7 is coming back on, unless it's like you're watching this a year later, like in 2017, and I'm talking too long, so whatever. See you later.